The Galactic Detention Center on Outpost XR7 was considered escape-proof. Its architects, the militaristic Vrosians, had designed it with every known species in mind. Force fields calibrated to different physiologies, gravity locks, neural suppressors, and guards from the most fearsome warrior cultures in the galaxy. None of this mattered to Jack. Jack was human, and humans came from Earth, classified as a Class 12 death world by the Galactic Council. The Vrosians had made a critical error. They had never imprisoned a human before. "You think your little cage can hold me?" Jack muttered, examining the cell's ceiling. The Vrosian guard, Krull, clicked his mandibles in amusement. "Silence, Death Worlder," Krull hissed. "Your kind are strong, but even you cannot breach 6 inches of neutronium alloy." Jack smiled. The humans had been recent additions to the galactic community, and their reputation preceded them. Stories of their endurance, their adaptability, their sheer determination. The reputation was one thing. Reality was another. Across the detention block, 3 other humans, Tom, Mike, and Lisa, were also planning. They had been captured during a diplomatic incident, falsely accused of espionage. The Vrosians, eager to make an example of the newcomers, had separated them, believing isolation would break their spirits. They didn't understand humans at all. In the control room, Commander Vexthar observed the security feeds. "These humans are oddly calm," he noted to his second-in-command. "No pacing, no displays of distress." "Perhaps they've accepted their fate," his subordinate suggested. 40 solar cycles in the minds of Draxus will crush even their spirits." Vexthar wasn't convinced. Double the guard rotation. Something doesn't feel right. That night, as the facility's artificial lighting dimmed to simulate nightfall, Jack made his move. Using the metal spring he'd painstakingly extracted from his prison-issued mattress over 3 days, he began working on the ventilation grate. The Vrosians had made another mistake. Assuming that because their atmosphere was comfortable for humans, humans wouldn't risk exposure to the ventilation system. They didn't know that on Earth, children played in sewers and explored abandoned mines for fun. Jack squeezed his body through an opening that, by all physiological measurements, should have been impossible to traverse. Dislocating his shoulder, a trick he'd learned as a kid escaping bullies, he slithered through the narrow duct. In the monitoring room, an alert flashed. A sensor had detected movement in the ventilation system of Section 8. "Probably another rodent infestation," the guard said dismissively, overriding the alert. The Vrosians had brought in some exotic pets that occasionally escaped. The cleaning drones will handle it. Meanwhile, Tom had been working on his own escape. The Vrosians had provided basic amenities, including drinking water. What they didn't realize was that humans could willingly regulate their fluid intake, using it strategically. Tom had been saving his water, allowing small amounts to spill near the electromagnetic lock of his cell. Over days, microscopic amounts of minerals in the water created a conductive path. Now he completed the circuit with a filament from his blanket, causing a momentary power fluctuation. Just enough to slip out during the reset cycle. Lisa's approach was more direct. The guards had removed all potential weapons, but they hadn't considered that the human body itself was a weapon. Earth's higher gravity had made humans naturally stronger than most species. When the food service drone approached, Lisa struck with precision, using techniques developed over thousands of years of human combat. Within seconds, she had reprogrammed the drone using the basic coding knowledge that was standard education on Earth. The Vrosians couldn't imagine that average citizens would understand machine language. Mike's method was perhaps the most shocking to the aliens. He had been meticulously collecting the mineral deposits that formed in the corner of his cell, calcium and potassium salts that reacted with his sweat. Combined with the carbon from his food tray, he created a crude but effective chemical catalyst. When he applied it to the cell door's locking mechanism, the resulting exothermic reaction melted through components that were supposed to withstand plasma weapons. By the time the alarms finally blared throughout the facility, all 4 humans had convened in the maintenance shaft of Level 3. "Took you long enough." Jack grinned at his companions. "Some of us prefer finesse over brute force," Lisa replied, adjusting the drone's controls. Commander Vexthar watched in horror as the security feeds showed the humans converging on the shuttle bay. "Impossible," he roared. Deploy all warriors. Lethal force authorized. The Vrosian Elite Guard, veterans of a dozen interstellar conflicts, moved to intercept. They were confident in their superior weaponry and training. They weren't prepared for humans who treated danger as a puzzle rather than a deterrent. When the guards burst into the shuttle bay, they found the humans had repurposed maintenance equipment into makeshift weapons. Mike wielded a pressurized coolant hose like a flamethrower. Tom had fashioned crude explosives from power cells. Lisa controlled 2 security drones, and Jack had somehow obtained a structural support beam that he swung with terrifying force. The lead guard froze, mandibles trembling. By the void. What are you creatures? Jack smiled grimly. Just some folks from a little death world. We call this Tuesday. The resulting battle was brief but legendary. News of how 4 unarmed humans had escaped the galaxy's most secure prison using only materials at hand spread rapidly through the Galactic Council. When questioned later about their seemingly impossible escape methods, Lisa simply shrugged. On Earth, children play games escaping fake prisons. We call it escape rooms. It's entertainment. Did you really think your actual prison would challenge us? The Vrosians subsequently classified all information about human imprisonment as top secret. They also quietly began a review of their detention protocols. And they added a new warning to the human species profile. Caution, problem solvers. Do not underestimate.